Hey everybody, it's Rad. Today I'm going to be making a chart of paper sculpture forms. You'll need a sheet of paper, scissors, and glue. I also have a black sheet of paper so I can make the chart itself. I'm actually going to use double stick tape for this for the purposes of just being quick for the demonstration. All right, so what is paper sculpture? Paper sculpture is when you take two-dimensional paper, two sides, and bend it, fold it, whatever you have to do to turn it into three-dimensional forms. The first thing I'm going to show you how to do is cut a piece of paper. I already have some cut here. Fold it in half, lengthwise. As you can see, paper will stand on its own. How can you make it stand without making it move? Well, I'm going to give it what's called tabs. I'm going to cut here, fold, and now I have two tabs. They look like feet. Except this one won't walk off the page. So I'm going to put some double stick tape. And I could put that down. If I wanted to, I could also do the top part. I could go as short or as long as I need to do it. Doesn't matter. Also, I could make this go inward so that I don't see it. And let me do the other side. Fold both sides, and then you have a shape that looks like that. Now, when you're making actual sculptures, this can be so many different things, but that is for another video. All right, next thing is to make a box. We're going to take a couple of sheets of paper that I have prepped out already. So I'm going to use this one first, and each side is going to be equidistant. So I'm going to fold this over and do so again until I have 5 sides. So far I have 2, 3, 4. Whoops, I only have a little bit left, just enough. Actually, it's a little bit extra. It's going to be tucked in. And this makes a rectangular shape. The 5th side, or in this case 6th, is so that you can put some glue or tape and seal it. Now I can glue the entire structure this way, or I can make it stand again, making the tabs once again. I'm going to fold that one in, that one is going to be that side, and there you go. Now this one, I'm not going to make them virtually equidistant there, right? More or less, these are equidistant to each other. Each side is the same width. This one, just to make it different, I'm going to make it so that it has a wider section here and more narrow on the sides. Now, to make this the same size, I can measure it, but I'm just going to do this using my eyes as a measurement. It's more or less will be the same. Same thing on this side. And then I'm going to have this extra piece. If it's too much, I could just cut this and tape. There you go. There's my box. Let me make some tabs so it can stand. Fold this back. I'm going to flip the tape back too. And then I get this. I can use my scissors sometimes to reach in sections where I can't with my fingers. So that's how you make rectangular shapes with paper sculpture. Now we're going to make some other things using tabs. One thing you could do as well is take a sheet of paper like this and make a wall. Just fold it in half and make a series of tabs. And I can make them all go the same way like this. Now there's my wall. Or I could flip-flop them so that every other one goes one way and the others go the other way, like a pattern. It doesn't matter which way you want it, although maybe it depends on what exactly you are making. All right, I'll move this one over. And there is a wall. The nice thing about this is that it can be curved. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is a zigzag. What you do is from that one sheet of paper, you make a strip. And it's sort of like making a fan. You fold it one way and then flip it over and do the same thing, making it the same width, more or less. This could be as long or as short as you want it to be. Now I have a little piece here that can be my tab. And there it is. Perhaps it could be interacting with the wall if it wants to. Let me move this one over and that one as well. All right, so the next thing I'm going to make is something similar to the zigzag. I call it an accordion. So you could take, in this case, 2 strips of paper, or you could just take paper and fold it this way so that it makes a right angle. Put some tape on there. And you begin folding. Now the tricky thing about this is that you have to make sure that the fold keeps going on the top, not underneath. Nope, on top. I keep turning it around as I work. The advantage of this is that it's going to make a shape that's more sturdy, less flimsy than the zigzag, if that is what you want. I don't know how this happened, but I got a little extra here. Actually, it worked. So I'm going to put some tape here, flip this over, maybe a little more. And now I have this accordion shape. That's how you seal that. There you have it. You see, this stands up all on its own, whereas this one wants to flop over. The next shape I'm going to make is a curl. Same thing, you're going to use the strip again, but you could wrap it around something. Sometimes I like to use the edge of my desk and press it like this, and it starts to curve over. I'm going to use my finger for now. Could also use a pencil. And then let it go. I also like to do this and pull it this way, so that looks more like a curl. I could tape it from the ends, but I think this time I'm going to tape it from this side. And again, this is all from a sheet of paper that you could use for making copies. The next one I'm going to make is a cylinder. Any sheet of paper, and you roll it into the shape of a cup. How do you make it stand like a cup? You guessed it, tabs. Those little feet, I'm going to be making them with this three-dimensional form. Fold them all in. And then I'm going to put some, in this case, tape or glue, if you want to use glue, on each one or just a few of them. Let's see if I get this right. Those three will actually stick together by putting the tape along there. And this group will do the same. Put this down, and there you have it. I could do the same with the top as well if I wanted to. All right, next up is a spiral. So make yourself a circle. You can use a tool like a roll of tape to trace. This one, not very perfectly cut, but it's going to do just fine. Then it's like a snake almost. You keep going around, turn the paper around. In fact, all I'm doing with the scissors is this. You're going to see the scissors be stationary here, but all they're doing is going open and close. They're just opening and close. Now, this is where I started again, right? It's my left hand that keeps turning, and I keep going around. I didn't end it there. You can make these as narrow, these little sections, or as wide as you want. The more narrow, the longer this spiral will be. You could change the width, so there's some variation. And there you have it. It's like a snake. And very bouncy. I think I'm going to tape this from the middle here. There you go. And the next one, for lack of a better term, I'm going to call it convex, concave. Now, you have your hand. If you go like this with your hand and you bend it, it becomes concave or convex. That's what that means. This can be done with any sheet of paper. It could be a circle if I wanted to, again, like this one. You just make a cut to the center of the sheet of paper, then you overlap them. All of a sudden, you have a three-dimensional form. That might be one of the easiest and most widely used shapes in paper sculpture. I could change this into anything I want. This could be, if I was making a mask, this could be an ear. And look, I even have this piece to create a tab. So this is a concave shape. Think of the word cave. It has an opening where people would walk inside normally. So here I'm going to do the circle version. It's the same thing. You just put some glue or tape and you overlap. Now let's say I wanted to make a cone. So that's another shape I'm going to be doing instead with this one. I'm going to twist this until I have a cone as wide as I want it to be. It's up to you. And what if I don't want this extra flap too? I could cut it. Overlap the tape or the glue, just like I did before, and there you have it. I'm going to glue this so that you could see the opening, the concave part. There you go. And now that leaves me with the last one, which I call scoring. We're going to use the tip of the scissors now, and I'm going to indent into this piece of paper. Actually, I'm going to cut this into 2 pieces. And I'm going to form this into a curved shape on one side. And I'm going to make a line in here, pressing so that it doesn't cut all the way through, halfway. And that is another way of making a fold. What's the advantage of this? I'll show you now. You can make curves and they still come out beautifully curvy when you just press the edges like this. Look at that. Isn't that great S shape? I could turn this into a leaf, let's say. If I were doing a paper sculpture tree project. There you have it. And there you have it. Now you have a chart. And this chart could be your guide for the following projects that you could do with paper sculpture. For example, let's say you're doing a mask and you want a nose to pop out. You could put a shape of a nose right here or something like this maybe, and you get a nose that pops out. And then you have this shape to make the ear. This could be the curls of the hair. The only thing you need is your imagination. But for now, there you have it, a paper sculpture chart. Now it's your turn to make one. I've got 2 words for you. Get cracking.